Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are on air again, actually from New York, presenting the latest happenings as far as our engagement with our people is concerned. Before I proceed, I will do what other channels and networks do because apparently that works. I will ask you to share this video, subscribe if you have not already done so, urge your friends to do so, and as much as possible, try to get our books on Amazon. If you are living in the United States, Canada, Europe, Asia, you can find the books on Amazon and get them and learn about the Igbo people and their branches all over the world. I came to New York to meet with Igbos who are part of the African American world. I mean Igbos that we can rightly call African Americans today because they shared in the experience known as the transatlantic slave trade. They are Igbos through and through, but during the tragedy called the transatlantic slave trade, they were cut away from the Igbo people, moved to the New World, where they suffered and triumphed. They are a founding member, they are a founding group of this great country called the United States of America. I came to the city of New York to engage with a few of them to see what we can do to get them. And the group we just have to call Igbos because Igbo is the identity they have used since modern times, right from the country called Nigeria. I want to see how these two groups can come together, work together to make an event we are planning a very big success. This event is a New Yam Festival, which we have slated that it will happen in 2023 or 24. To get it right, we may have to work on 2024 using what happened this year in Ohio as a pedestal to move up. This New Yam Festival will incorporate what Igbos will call Imwegu and Ibuptegu. The female members of both communities will come together in dance and present it to America. I am already looking forward, thinking that the big networks would like to see this great presentation of Igbo culture. The next thing I want to talk about is the miracle that we are seeing happening before our eyes. The coming together of the Igbos who took off from Nigeria presently and the Igbos that I just mentioned who are part of the nation called African Americans. Recently on my timeline, two individuals I would describe as Igbos because that is what they are, joined me in conversation. Nze Rabbi Luke Shimuba, Nze Randall Benjamin joined me in looking at how the continent, the peoples in the continent called Africa could rise. Taking a cue from what I have said and stated so many times, Asia followed Japan into greatness. The United States, taking up from where Great Britain, France, and a lot of European countries stopped, is galvanizing the entire West. So how does Africa rise up? That was the theme of our conversation. At a stage, I contributed that Africans already have a successful community, the African American community. It is not a state, but it's a successful community. But you know that to have a successful state, you have to have a successful community. So, How do we get the African Americans who already have the basic elements of what makes communities, what makes entities successful? They live in a society which operates a free economy, a free press, essentially a free society. Look at the West that we look at as a successful experiment today. What makes it successful? The press is free, the markets are free, there is democracy. African Americans have lived in this world and internalized these tenets. So you can already see something developing. The Igbos in Nigeria have a land, but because they have operated in a part of the world which went backwards, when I say backwards, a part of the world which its traditions run contrary to the basic Igbo traditions. As far as this matter is concerned, the basic Igbo traditions support a free press, support free markets, support democracy. In fact, in the Igbo world, kings, princesses, and queens are an anathema. But Igbos, having lived in a part of the world where societies are still largely medieval, you find Igbos trying to emulate and imitate those societies. So, but by working together with the African Americans who have moved with the rest of the world into modernity, gotten used to living in a society undergirded by a free press, a free society, and democracy, a beautiful synergy will be formed. And when these two elements come together with what I just described as the amalgamating force, you will see them generating the necessary stimuli that will pull the various peoples in Africa out of the doldrums. A lot of work is already being done to achieve this. I produced this. An African American history a few years ago. African Americans like Rodney Frederick, Michelle Britton, Zion Lex, William Brown, and others, too numerous to mention, are reading these works, learning vital lessons. This is a new product. Igbo Americans. It discusses how these two branches can work together for their own good. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the basis of the talk this morning. Think about it, read the books I recommended, and let us continue to march forward in strength. Thank you very much.